In the previous project, we had drywall that was just applied. It was ready for inspection. All the screws were visible. The edges were rough and raw. Edges were not completed. No mud was applied to the drywall. That's the state of drywall that we need for inspections. And after we pass the drywall inspection, we start to mud it and we make other changes. Let's go through some of these changes so you see what's happening here. This is a different project in a different state of drywall. So let's talk about this. These edges in the previous project, these edges were still in that state. The edges were not done completely. So you have two edges of the drywall that were not done completely. Let's show you what happens after that. We apply a metal edge where the two layers of drywall meet, where the two sides of drywall meet, and that edge gets mudded. The edge gets mudded and sanded many times. And of course, the drywall gets taped. Let's show you what that tape looks like. When the drywall is taped at the edges, looks like that. And also all the screws are covered just like that. The screws are covered with mud. The drywall is taped and covered with mud, and it's sanded many, many times. What we are achieving here is level 4. It's close to level 4 now. Level 4 is really smooth drywall. It's getting close to level 4. So let's talk about drywall levels also. Level 3 is just tape and one layer of mud, and level 3 allows you to then put texture on the drywall. So if you know you're going to have texture, generally you do level 3 of drywall and then start applying texture. For level 4, you tape it, mud it, sand it, mud it again, sand it again. So there's multiple times of mudding and sanding that goes on, and that gives you level 4, which is really smooth. We'll next go and take videos of a project with level 4 drywall and then paint applied after that. Here in this project, we are almost at level 4 and we are going to mud it and sand it again. In this project, we're going to achieve level 5, which is really smooth and also quite shiny. As light comes from different walls, this finish will give you that shine. So some customers prefer that, some customers prefer level 4. It all depends on customer preference. We do both of those. So we leave you with pictures of the drywall here and pictures of the drywall you've seen in the previous project. So you'll see this drywall is at a different stage of completion. We also want to point out some other fancy things in this project. These behind me are cantina multi-fold doors. As we install these in projects, we'll also shoot videos and pictures of the La Cantina doors. We install doors from many different companies, not just La Cantina. These are very popular, and here it is. We'll also leave you with some pictures. Also look at the treatment on the roof, on the ceiling of this project. There's a lot going on in the ceiling of the project. There are soffits, there's low voltage for sound, there's venting, there's lights. So a lot of stuff happens in ceilings, and this video of the ceiling kind of gives you an idea of that. Especially in kitchen areas, living rooms, even in bedrooms, you'll see these finishes in the drywall that we have here. Soffits, low voltage, speakers, lights, all that good stuff. ADUs are really popular these days. This project also has an attached ADU, and we have completed the first layer of drywall. It's gotten inspected, and we've covered the screws with mud. We've sanded it a bit. We've sanded the tape here, and we've applied more mud. All that will get sanded again. So this ADU will also get level 4 drywall treatment. Behind me is the kitchen, and we'll show you the ceiling treatment of the kitchen. You can see soffits behind me. So there's a lot going on in the ceiling of this kitchen as well. There is a soffit, of course, there are lights, there's ventilation in the ceiling of the kitchen. It has everything that we had in the main house except for sound, except for fancy sound in the kitchen. After all, this is an ADU, likely for a renter. Here is the bedroom. The bedroom has an attached bathroom right here and a closet over there. And then on the other side of the kitchen is another bedroom and a bathroom. The red paint you see in the bathroom in the shower area is meant for waterproofing. And that's a special compound that's used for waterproofing. And next to that bathroom is another bedroom. And this bedroom also has a certain treatment for the soffit, for the ceiling. So you saw in the ceiling there's ventilation, there is the return for the HVAC system. There's a big opening there and also an access to the HVAC system. And there's also electrical lights, fire sprinklers. So there's a lot going on also in the ceiling of the ADU, just like in the main house. So here we are. We taped this project, we've mudded it, we're going to finish. It's almost at level 4 now. We've applied the edges I talked about in drywall. We are almost ready to now get to level 5. And once we have level 5 drywall, then the next thing that will happen is it'll get painted. Then we'll start all our finishes. All the nice kitchen finishes will happen. Cabinets will get placed, flooring will get installed, all the doors, door hardware, all that good stuff will happen, plumbing finishes, electrical finishes, and basically that's how we'll complete a project. So after the drywall inspection, we are basically ready to install all those finishes after painting, and eventually we'll get to final inspection. And also the fire sprinklers have been tested. There are a couple of other tests for the fire sprinklers, and then we'll be done. Once the drywall is set up and it's ready for level 4 finishes, once the finishes are done, we paint the drywall and then we start installing cabinets. As you see behind me, this is a different project. Once the cabinets are installed, we are ready for the countertop stone. So you'll see the plywood. The plywood is all leveled and ready for measurements. Then the countertop stone is measured, the stone is placed, and then we install the appliances. So then the kitchen is complete. Cabinets are in place, appliances are in place. Then we install the plumbing and electrical fixtures, and that's how we finish a kitchen. But all this starts after the drywall is ready with level 4 or level 5 finishes, and then we paint it, and then we do the rest of the work. So that's how we wrap up a project. Thanks again for joining us. This is Kamal the Builder. Remember to subscribe to our channel and also ring the bell so that you can be notified of future projects as we upload them on YouTube. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.